A new chapter in global energy is being written, not with oil or gas but with green hydrogen. Germany, an industrial giant seeking energy security, and Canada, rich in renewables, have struck a $400 million deal. This isn't just trade, it's a strategic partnership that could reshape the energy map. The pact signals a shift in alliances and priorities, raising a key question: where does this leave the United States? For years, energy talks centered on fossil fuels and their suppliers. This deal aims to change that. It's about building a clean, resilient energy economy and supply chains immune to political shocks. For Germany and the EU, it's a step toward energy independence, a hard-learned lesson. The implications are global, challenging decades-old energy dynamics. Canada positions itself as a future green energy superpower. Germany gets a lifeline away from volatile markets. For the US, this deal prompts tough questions about its role in the green economy. The global order is shifting, and the race for future energy is on. This $400 million deal is a clear sign of where the world is heading. It's about technology, economics, politics, and the environment. Its consequences will affect us all. Tonight we dig into what this agreement means for the key players, and for you. The stakes are high. We're keeping them honest. To see why Germany is betting on Canadian hydrogen, look at Europe's recent energy crisis. For decades, Germany relied on cheap Russian gas, a vulnerability exposed when tensions rose and supplies were cut. Prices soared, industries faltered, and energy security became urgent. The era of depending on autocratic regimes for energy was over. Europe scrambled for new LNG suppliers, but that was a stopgap. The real goal: a permanent clean break from fossil fuel dependency. Renewable energy became synonymous with independence. The EU's REPowerEU plan was born, an ambitious roadmap to cut Russian fossil fuels and accelerate the green transition. The US helped with LNG, but Europe looked for long-term clean partners. That search led not just to Washington, but further north, to Ottawa. The Canada-Germany deal is rooted in this urgent context. It's about security, climate, and a new energy future. What is green hydrogen, and why is Germany investing so heavily? Hydrogen is abundant but rarely found alone. It must be separated from compounds like water. Gray hydrogen is made from natural gas, emitting CO2. Blue hydrogen captures some emissions, but it's costly and imperfect. Green hydrogen, the focus of this deal, is made by splitting water with renewable electricity, producing only oxygen as a byproduct. It's clean, versatile, and can decarbonize tough industries like steel and chemicals. It also stores renewable energy for when sun and wind aren't available. The challenge: green hydrogen is expensive, and global infrastructure is lacking. Massive investments are needed in renewables, electrolyzers, and transport. The Canada-Germany deal is a government-backed push to kickstart this industry and drive down costs. It's a calculated gamble on the future of energy. If it works, it could transform how the world powers itself. The stakes are high, but so is the potential. The world is watching. What's actually in the Canada-Germany Hydrogen Alliance? Signed in Newfoundland, the deal leverages Eastern Canada's wind and hydropower for large-scale green hydrogen production. The $400 million isn't for buying hydrogen, it's seed money to jumpstart private investment. Funds will help build production facilities, like the World Energy GH2 project, using wind to make hydrogen and convert it to ammonia for shipping. Ammonia is easier to transport and can be converted back to hydrogen in Germany. The deal also creates a transatlantic supply corridor with joint infrastructure from Canadian plants to German import terminals. Both countries will set strict standards for what counts as green hydrogen, ensuring environmental credibility. Leaders on both sides call it a milestone for climate, security, and economic opportunity. For Canada, it's about jobs and global leadership. For Germany, it's about energy security and climate goals. This is more than a trade deal, it's a blueprint for a new energy era. The message: security, climate, and economics, all in one package. The world is taking note. As Berlin and Ottawa celebrated, Washington was notably absent. The US, long a key energy partner for Europe, was left out of this Green Pact. Why? Geography and resources. Canada's east coast is closer to Europe and rich in renewables. The US has green hydrogen potential, but its focus is domestic thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act. Canada, meanwhile, is aggressively pursuing exports and international partnerships. This deal gives Canada and Germany a first-mover advantage, setting early standards for transatlantic hydrogen trade. The US now risks playing catch-up in a market it once dominated. Europe is diversifying its energy partners, looking beyond traditional allies. The message: old alliances don't guarantee a seat at the table in the green energy race. The US must adapt or risk being sidelined. The energy landscape is shifting fast. The economic impact of this deal will ripple far beyond the initial investment. For Canada, it's a chance to launch a new export industry and create thousands of jobs, especially in Atlantic regions. Germany secures a path to decarbonize its heavy industries, protecting its industrial base and global competitiveness. US companies now face a formidable Canadian rival in the European hydrogen market. Fossil fuel industries face a long-term threat as green hydrogen gains ground. The deal will spur innovation in electrolysis, fuel cells, and renewable infrastructure. It creates demand for skilled workers and new financial models for massive projects. This single agreement is a catalyst for a new global energy ecosystem. It's a public-private partnership blueprint for accelerating the energy transition. Winners will be those who adapt, losers, those who cling to the past. The race is on, the stakes couldn't be higher. At its heart, this deal is about a carbon-free future. Green hydrogen could slash emissions in hard-to-abate sectors and help Germany hit its climate targets. For Canada, it's a way to develop resources while fighting climate change. The environmental promise is real. Hydrogen fuel cells emit only water vapor. But challenges loom. Massive renewable build-outs could impact local ecosystems. The process is energy-intensive, with losses at each step. There's also the risk of greenwashing if standards slip. Water use for electrolysis could strain local supplies. These hurdles require careful planning, strong regulation, and real sustainability. The promise is huge, but not guaranteed. Success depends on transparency and commitment. The world is watching to see if this green dream becomes reality. The stakes are environmental and existential. What do independent experts think? Many call the deal a game changer, but opinions differ on its speed and scope. Melissa Lott of Columbia University says Germany's commitment gives the market certainty to unlock private investment. Jonathan Stern of Oxford warns of huge logistical and technical hurdles. Ships, terminals, and costs are still major barriers. The 2025 target for first shipments is ambitious. Real impact may come closer to 2030. Strategically, Annalena Baerbock sees the deal as Europe building resilient supply chains with democratic partners, reducing reliance on Russia and the US. It's as much foreign policy as energy policy. Michael Liebreich of Bloomberg NEF is skeptical about hydrogen's widespread use, but sees value for industrial feedstocks. Shipping hydrogen as ammonia is costly. It will only be competitive in select sectors. The deal is a crucial test case for the global hydrogen market. Success or failure will shape future investments. The world is watching closely. The verdict is still out. The Canada-Germany Hydrogen Alliance is now reality. First shipments are expected in Hamburg this year. This is more than a $400 million deal. It's a shift in the global energy balance. Canada emerges as a green energy superpower. Germany gains a path to decarbonization and independence. The US faces a choice: compete, collaborate, or risk falling behind. The next years are critical. Costs are high, challenge is real, but the commitment is strong. This alliance is a blueprint for tackling climate and energy security together. Expect more green alliances to reshape global trade and influence. This is a story of foresight, two nations betting on a cleaner, more secure future. Whether it pays off remains to be seen. One thing is certain: the global energy game has changed. Winners and losers will emerge in this new order. We'll keep following the story, keeping them honest.